There is no doubt that space and its discoveries have always intrigued mankind. And if you are one of the avid fans who have been following these spatial discoveries religiously, then you most definitely must have heard of the James Webb Space Telescope, right? And if you just nodded yes, then no doubt you would also know about JWST's biggest discovery that gained a lot of prominence and recognition in the Space Hub. You know, the photo of the hidden galaxies in the image of the pillars of creation, located billions of light years away, that JWST succeeded in capturing thanks to its advanced infrared light detecting system, a feat that its predecessor, the Hubble Space Telescope, failed to achieve even after a span of almost 3 decades. But here's the thing, as with other discoveries and technologies that go viral for one aspect, you would agree that other contributions of the same thing or entity can sometimes get overshadowed and overlooked, right? So, for instance, if someone were to ask you about any of the other images, could you give them an example? If the answer is no, then this video is perfect for you. That's because, in today's video, we will show and tell you all about 10 new insane images captured by the JWST from outer space that will help you ace any discussion if the topic comes up next time. So, with that said, watch the video till the end. Also, if you want to know the newest on the James Webb Space Telescope, NASA news, or other space updates, click the like and subscribe buttons. Without any further ado, let's take a look at the top 10 new insane images taken by the James Webb Space Telescope that explore a never-opened window to the universe and take us on a nostalgic trip to the universe's earliest epochs. Number 1. Magellanic Cloud, the MIRI test image at 7.7 microns. One of the most amazing images that the James Webb Space Telescope has succeeded in recapturing shows part of the Large Magellanic Cloud, which is the small satellite galaxy of the Milky Way, by using its MIRI camera that has a mid-infrared wavelength and boasts a 6.5 meter mirror. We say recapture because the image on the left is of the same spatial dimension which was captured by its predecessor telescope, widely known as the Spitzer telescope, a telescope which is no doubt powerful, but is nothing compared to the JWST with its 85 centimeter mirror. So, what's the deal with mirrors on space telescopes, you ask? You see, with a more powerful mirror, the JWST is able to come up with a much higher image resolution, which, by the way, shows a stark contrast in depth and resolution than the same image taken by its predecessor. But it also gives the JWST the ability to detect much fainter sources that are on display in the image on the right side. What you see encircled on the right side are hundreds of galaxies, visible only because JWST's infrared helped to explore these spatial whereabouts situated in the deepest, coldest dark of the spatial whereabouts that were lost in the noise of the Spitzer image. Number 2. Galaxy Cluster SMACS 0723. One of the mesmerizing things about images captured by the JWST is that the images are colored, which adds life to the otherwise gray and black images that we would have to see of the ethereal cosmic bodies floating in space. A task which would nonetheless do justice to the beautiful images that are colored in real life as well. Therefore, the first color image of the galaxy cluster released to the public, which is given the prosaic name of SMACS J0723.3-7327, is no doubt one of the best choices that JWST astronomers could have made. What the image shows is a field of crowded galaxies of magnificent colors and shapes that bend in such a way that the spatial light from the distant sources in its background gets stretched and magnified, which is scientifically known as gravitational lensing. This gravitational lensing makes the distorted background galaxies appear as lines and arcs, which can be clearly seen on the image on the screen. Beautiful, right? Number 3. The Stevens Quintet Galaxies. Among the most spectacular images captured by the James Webb Space Telescope, One image shows a picturesque group of galaxies known as the Stephan's Quintet. These groups of galaxies have, for quite a long time, interested astronomers who are particularly invested in studying the way colliding galaxies interact with one another, especially gravitationally. Curious to know what happens? Well, what happens is that the tight-knit galaxies continuously swoop past one another in a dangerous dance, nearly colliding into each other every time. Now that is one badass cool aerial show to observe, right? Number 4, the protostar shaped like an hourglass. This beautiful hourglass-shaped star, known as protostar L1527, is made when dust and gas surround a star in the act of formation and is only visible in the infrared, which made JWST capture it perfectly for us. What is interesting about this protostar is that the material falling in its black band in the center eventually enables it to gather enough mass to start fusing hydrogen, which over time leads to the formation of a new star, and the light form of this newborn star is also the reason for its hourglass shape. Now that's amazing. Number 5, Jupiter bathed in infrared. The Webb Telescope's mission includes imaging the most distant galaxies from the beginning of the universe, but it can also look a little closer to home as well. That is, although JWST cannot look at Earth or the inner solar system planets, it does possess the ability to look outward at the more distant parts of our solar system. For instance, the near-infrared image of Jupiter that the JWST succeeded in capturing is a beautiful example, and also an extremely difficult one to achieve as well. The reason for this is that due to the fast rotation and motion of Jupiter across the sky, it makes it a difficult task to capture an accurate and clear image. However, the success of JWST in capturing such a difficult image is a testament to its incredible capability of capturing difficult, moving astronomical targets extremely well. Number 6. Phantom Galaxy M74. What is interesting about these images of the so-called Phantom Galaxy, or M74, is that they were captured by combining the ability of the Hubble Space Telescope, that can view visible light, with the quality of the James Webb Space Telescope to see with infrared light. This allows us to see how starlight, via Hubble, and gas and dust, via James Webb Space Telescope, together shape this remarkable galaxy. Now that's a collaboration worth rooting for, right? Number 7, the galaxy on cartwheels. Next up is the image of the Cartwheel Galaxy, aptly named due to its distinct wagon wheel-like shape. It is not only located about 500 light-years from Earth, but is completely covered in hot dust. Astronomers believe that it once looked very similar to the Milky Way, but after a humongous collision with a smaller galaxy, gave it its new distinct shape. Quite interesting, right? Number 8, Neptune's ghostly rings. The fascinating thing about this image of Neptune, with its 5 ghostly fingers made of icy dust, is that due to the planet's position on the far end of the solar system, these ghostly rings of Neptune are rarely visible. Yet, here they are sparkling like crystals in full glory, all thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope and its spectacular image capturing abilities. Number 9, Orion's Sword. Located just a few hundred light-years from Earth, the Orion constellation is home to some of the largest and brightest stars in the sky, including the infamous red star Betelgeuse. This JWST image, however, stands out from the previous image, as it ignores Orion's infamous belt to focus instead on Orion's sword, where the Orion Nebula, which is one of the biggest, brightest star-forming regions in the sky, lurks. Number 10, the Tarantula Nebula. And last but not least, we not only have rings and swords floating in space, but we also have tarantulas as well. Yikes! Stretching at a distance of 340 light-years, the Tarantula Nebula, by stretching its spindly legs, made up of gas, spins a web around the newly created cosmic cavity that are sculpted by newborn stars in space. These were the top 10 insane images that Webb has captured so far, because we are sure that more are on their way. Let us know which one you found the most intriguing and why. Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed watching this video, do press the like button and tap subscribe to stay notified and keep watching amazing videos about space telescopes, NASA news, and other space updates. See you in our next video.